Good Monday morning. When I was little, I'm just totally going to date myself with this. You remember the TV show Dallas? Like all of you probably maybe 40 and older remember Dallas. I don't know, maybe like 45 and older. Anyway, Dallas was on TV, and I don't even know how we were sitting there watching it that night, but we were sitting there with my mom. And I remember, you remember Victoria Principal? I think her name was Pam on there. Oh my gosh, I don't know how I just remembered that. But anyway, she comes out and she has on a very revealing negligee. And my brother, my older brother, who's like 3.5 years older than me, he made some kind of sound when he saw her come out. And my little petite Southern mama, who's just, yeah, she can be a little mess, but she jumped across me, I believe. And I remember her just kind of swatting at him and telling him, "You will not lust after that woman." And here I am, I'm like, lust? I didn't even know what that word meant. You know, this was totally foreign to me. But we've gotten a kick out of that story through the years. But we thought the last few weeks on anger have been challenging. Well, Jesus is about to get all up in our business in an even greater way in this next little couple weeks on the Sermon on the Mount. So Matthew chapter 5, verse 27 and 28 says this. It says, you know the next commandment, and he's talking about the 10 commandments. He says, you know that pretty well too, the one that says don't commit adultery. Don't go to bed with someone else's spouse. He said, but I don't want you to think that you've preserved something like your virtue simply by staying out of bed with someone, because your heart can be corrupted by lust even quicker than your body. Those ogling looks you think nobody notices, they also corrupt. So what Jesus is doing is he's taking us all the way back again to our hearts, to our own hearts. Because you and I may never crawl into bed with someone else's spouse. You and I may never take someone else's life. But we can do really vile things in our hearts. I remember years ago in the car with our kids, and our middle kid was just railing at our second to the oldest. She was just having a really bad day. Really mean words were flying. And all of a sudden, the older one said, use the name of God in vain. And the middle one got really offended that she had used the name of the Lord in vain. And Philly asked her, Philly's so good in moments like these. He says, what is worse, the fact that she took God's name in vain, or the fact that you have had a mean, ugly attitude, spewing really ugly words at your sister all day? He was doing what Jesus is doing in this passage. He was saying, hey, be really careful before you throw stones at other people. We really need to be people that take stock in what's happening in our own heart. Because that's where sin is birthed. And it's those little foxes that really do spoil the vine. If your heart was encouraged today, please know that we have many other resources available for you. You can discover all of those at reclaiminghearts.org.